Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. What the hell happened last night? What the hell happened last night in the Mavs and Celtics game? Woo! I'm talking about Boston hit the floor running like they was shot out of a cannon going downhill. Wow. Wow. You know, Boston had to be offended about being talked about these past, well, since the playoffs started, really. Nobody wanted to hear nothing about Boston and what they were doing in the playoffs until they got to the finals. So I think Boston was a little bit offended by the coverage they were getting. They were offended. And to me, you can't really take it personal. You really played nobody in those playoffs, basically because all the star players got hurt in every round that they played. So you can't take that. Well, you can use it as fuel, just to let people know you ain't no pushover and stuff like that. But for the Mavs, I thought this was embarrassing because you would think more of a West Coast, the West would be going downhill like this type of offensive assault. But they had no answer for nobody on Boston. In Boston, you would think is more of a defensive team. I just don't even look. I'm not the one to jump into conclusions like ESPN does, all these channels just to get their views, right? I'm not going to jump in to conclusion and be like, yeah, this series is over. This series is over. I'm not going to do that because we saw what the Mavs were able to do in the third quarter, cut that thing down to like 9 or 10 point lead, right? I think Boston was up by almost 30 at one point in the first quarter. I mean, not the first quarter, the second quarter. So this is what I think. I don't think Boston can pull something off like this again. It would be shocking. It would be shocking. Maybe they can in the next game at home, but for the entire series, I don't think so. I just think that Boston came out with something to prove, and they had so much momentum. It just caught the Mavs off guard. And this is what I like to see from Jason Tatum. I mean, not Tatum, Jalen Brown. Bro, you're getting all this money. You're getting paid. You're the highest paid player in NBA history. This is how you should be playing every single game. And for me, for this guy to be getting paid the biggest contract in NBA history as a number two, just shows how dysfunctional the NBA really is. It's totally dysfunctional. Totally dysfunctional. Not even the most dysfunctional sports league in North America. You would give a number two the biggest contract in NBA. What would warrant anything that dumb? A league where the ratings are dying by the playoff series, by the game in the regular season. To me, like I'm like I've told you guys so many times, I don't believe these guys are making this kind of money. I think they can just say whatever they want to say because it's entertainment. But I don't think they're making this kind of money. What would warrant a failing product to keep giving their employees record breaking money? It would be like, so Jalen Brown, I know we're in the playoffs, I mean in the finals, but check this out. I'm gonna show you what this will be like, right? First of all, let me say Jalen Brown, what is he tops in the league? What is he tops in? Top five in what? Maybe not even top 10 per game in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. What is it? Did he make the All NBA first team? How about the second team? Okay, I'm confused right now. This should have you just scratching your head. Did he do that last year when he got this contract in the offseason? The biggest contract in NBA history and the highest paid player in the NBA right now. Well, I think it don't start until his extension. I mean, I think this is an extension, so I think it don't start until whenever the his old contract ends. But what would warrant a guy who ain't even top five, maybe not even top 10? So this would be like, I don't know, your company where you work at turning into a failing product by the year, right? And they're losing money every single year. And They go to an employee on the staff that maybe, I don't know, maybe number 10 as far as ranking in the company, and they give him the highest paid, and they make him the highest paid person in the company. How would that it doesn't make any sense what they're trying to tell people. It doesn't. And when this happens, all ESPN can do, Fox Sports can do, and oh, congratulations for the man. I ain't trying to hate on his money. He deserved this, and no, he don't. He don't deserve this. What warranted him to make this kind of money? That's why I said I can't believe anything these guys say about these guys making this kind of money. It's a lie to me. These guys over the years were supposed to be making tens of millions, hundreds of millions, and now these guys in the past sitting at a desk, putting on makeup from a teleprompter, reading off of scripts, have to work coaching jobs or college coaching jobs, whatever. You think if I made tens of millions of dollars in hundreds of millions of dollars in my career, I'm gonna go back to work after that for what? What would be the purpose? I gave you my all. 12, 13, 15 years in the NBA. Why would I want to be coming back to this? That would be like me retiring, comfortable. I got tens of thousands of dollars in the bank. I'm just saying, if I retire, right? In my 60s, 65, whatever like that. I got tens of thousands of dollars in the bank. My house is paid for. I'm getting Social Security. I'm getting a 401k. I'm getting a pension. Why the hell would I get up and go back to work? Whoever believes these guys are making this kind of money are idiots. Are straight idiots. They tell the people this so they can overcharge the fans for popcorn, $20, a bottle of water, $5, an alcoholic drink, $30, parking, $100. You guys are idiots if you believe any of this stuff. It's entertainment. Look at ESPN. They are the worst company right now as far as sports news. It's full of WNBA players and people that aren't really good at what they do as far as sports analysts. Brian Windhorst, all these dumb fools. They had to fire all these great analysts and all these great people. Why? Because they're not making no money no more like that. It's called cheap labor now. That's why they got all these people on ESPN who are trash. It's called cheap labor. That's why they got Paul Pierce on Fox Sports. It's called cheap labor. That's why they took Shannon Sharp off of Undisputed. Yes, they're gonna create a fake fight. You guys are idiots. They got to get him off the show. They couldn't afford to pay him and Skip. Right? The show was tanking. So they had to find a way to get them off together. They can afford them. And Shannon Sharp went over a couple days what do you call it? First Take. They can't afford these people. They couldn't afford Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy and all these people. They had to let them go. And speaking of that, this will tell you what cheap labor is. Doris Burke and J.J. Redick in the NBA Finals. Are you kidding me? This is how bad the NBA has become. J.J. Redick? This is all they can get? A J.J. Redick and a Doris Burke. J.J. Redick isn't even funny. He's not hilarious. Remember when we used to listen to Mark Jackson, Mike Bream, and Jeff Van Gundy? They're always making you laugh. Great analysts. Will teach you the game. They couldn't afford them no more. They had to get rid of them. Remember when Disney lost all this money because Disney owns Fox Sports and ESPN. They was firing people at Disney, firing people at ESPN, Fox Sports. Just horrible. This is what we got for the NBA Finals. Doris Burke and J.J. Redick. Wow. So let's get back into this game, man. I don't think this can continue for the Celtics. If it does, good for them. They're the most accomplished team, and they've been here and done that. They need to come in here and prove this and knock this out and become an all-time great team. They just when I look at the lineup, Porzingis coming back is they can't compete with that. They don't have the guys. They don't have the guys, especially athletically. When we talk about bigger, faster, and stronger, whew, that's what we seen yesterday. Bigger, faster, and stronger. Lively, I think he should have been guarding Porzingis all night long. They had these matchups on Porzingis, and he was abusing them. And this guy just came off of injury. You would think like, okay, give this guy time to get acquainted. Coming off this injury, maybe he might score 4 points, 2 minutes a quarter. No, he came out like like he was an All NBA player, just giving it to him. So if what I seen in Game 1 keeps going on, this might be a sweep. This might be a sweep. And yes, they done set Kyrie. LeBron set Kyrie up for failure. Failure. He said all the most talented. What happened last night? What happened last night? So when we talk about the most gifted and the most talented and all this stuff, where is the defense? Even when we go back to the Cleveland days, right? And Kyrie scoring all these points, that's all he can do. He was only averaging like 4 assists, 3 rebounds when he was with Cleveland in the playoffs in the finals. That's horrible. Yes, he give you 26 points or something like that, but where's the rebounds and assists, especially as a point guard? Oh, LeBron is hogging all the assists, right? So we'll see what happens. I mean, these are 2 point guards, um, 2 point guards on one team, two great point guards. But this ain't the most gifted player of all time that can drop under 20 points in a game on the biggest stage like Kyrie did and break it up. I mean, these guys, I don't. He's got something in front of him. I don't think he was ready for it. Drew Holiday is a showstopper. All these dudes is rock solid, strong. Drew Holiday, Jalen Brown, Tatum, Porzingis. Hmm. So they're going to have to find a way to slow these guys down as far as them scoring points. And I think the only way they can do it, I don't think they can defend them. I just don't think they have that type of defense. The Mavs, as good as they are, or they gotten on defense, I don't think they're going to be able to slow them down as defenders. I think they're going to have to go shot for shot with these guys and hit more shots than them. That's the only way. That's the only way I see this happening. And to me, I see Boston winning game 2. The Mavs are going to have to go back home and get some type of momentum. Get some type of momentum in this series at home and be able to go shot for shot with them. And hopefully they'll have some bad games. But it wasn't a good showing. And I don't think these ratings are going to be that good. I heard about the Western Conference Finals ratings. They were down. They were really down from last year. Um, so we'll see what happens, man. You guys tell me what you think. I shut it off in the third quarter. I wasn't going to watch the fourth quarter. Um, I actually forgot the game was on for a minute. Um, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to say that the Mavs are doomed now. It's 7 games. We'll see what happens, but I think Celtics just was shot out of a cannon, and they were just shocked. The Mavs were shocked. I mean, they just went downhill. I never. They Mavs didn't even look like an NBA team for a minute. Didn't even look like an NBA team. So the Celtics got everything to prove. They got everything to prove, and they blow this series. I don't know what they're gonna do. Tell me what you think.